We're live, we're local, we're CBS 3.
From CBS 3 Duluth, this is the CBS 3 News at 10.
Welcome to the CBS 3 News at 10. It's been a busy night of weather in the Northland. Take a look at the incredible lightning show over Lake Superior around 8 o'clock tonight. A 62-mile-an-hour wind gust was recorded on the Blotnick Bridge. Power was knocked out, at least temporarily, to much of Duluth. Dime-sized hail also fell on both sides of the ports. And tonight's heavy rain caused big problems in the I-35 tunnels in Duluth. Around 8:45 tonight, as you can see, it was downright dangerous to drive through there. MnDOT closed the tunnels to just one lane of traffic while crews worked to clear the water. Good evening, I'm Kendall Jarbo. Thanks for joining us. Kristen is off tonight. Around 8 tonight, a storm struck Duluth, which had traveled its way across the Northland. Our meteorologist Dave Anderson has been tracking this storm all day and joins us now. Dave, we were watching the rain come down at the station earlier. I even hear it above us right now. Do we have more that we're looking at for the rest of the night?
Well, you know, I think the thickest of it is over for most of our area, but there's still a chance for regeneration as the night goes on. On that note, then, let's talk about what sort of alerts we still have in effect. And boy, what a night it has been. Yeah, we started having tornado warnings over towards Bemidji, became thunderstorm warnings near Grand Rapids, pushed to the Twin Ports, now pushing through northern Wisconsin, and the biggest action still going on is a severe thunderstorm warning for Gogebic County until 10:30 p.m. Minnesota and Wisconsin still facing a severe thunderstorm watch until midnight. So there's a chance storms could come back in your neck of the woods. They're not just passing and going away like often is the case. Looking at the current Doppler and satellite map, there's the main line now heading down towards central parts of Wisconsin, still rumbling through Gogebic County in Michigan, as we mentioned here. And we're seeing some regeneration up north of the Mesabi Iron Range. So there still could be some clusters coming across for a couple more hours. Now, taking a look at what damage we've had here so far, indeed. Take a look at Joanne Leisure's picture here out of the Grand Rapids area. 80-foot pine trees down. Joanne's the grandmother of one of our former photographers, and it's a good thing he wasn't working tonight, or he would have been sent out to get damaged shots like that. We'll have some of those for you as our newscast goes on, and I'll have more on the 7-day forecast, which shows a second chance for storms like this maybe hitting us as early as Wednesday.
All right, thanks, Dave. Tonight's severe weather left many across northern Minnesota without power. At last check, Lake Country Power is reporting more than 5,100 members in the dark, mostly from the Itasca County area. Minnesota Power is reporting more than 12,000 customers affected, mostly in the Duluth area. And in Duluth alone tonight, the city says fire crews have responded to 6 calls of power lines on fire or power lines setting trees on fire. Thankfully, there have not been any injuries reported. After complaints of abuse by Wisconsin religious leaders, the State Department of Justice opened an investigation. It's the first in state history. CBS 3's Emma Quinn reports on what they've uncovered and why they're encouraging people to come forward.
After opening the investigation in April 2021, the Wisconsin Department of Justice received more than 100 reports of abuse by clergy and faith leaders.
There can be incidents that happened long ago, but where a victim is still suffering trauma as a result of that.
Some of those reports have come from Douglas County.
There are all kinds of reasons why a victim or a survivor may not be able to make a disclosure right after something happens.
The Wisconsin DOJ could not say how many of those cases were from the Twin Ports area or any other details about them. They did say some cases have passed the statute of limitations and can't be prosecuted in court.
It varies based on the type of crime. It also varies based on the age of the victim. It varies based on whether somebody's gone out of states.
Now, Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul and Douglas County District Attorney Mark Fruhoff are encouraging others to come forward.
Please know that even if it is a crime that happened long ago and hasn't been reported yet, your report will be taken seriously. The people involved in investigating the case will do their best to get justice for you.
They say it will take time, but they will hold the right people accountable.
The DOJ says not every religious group or diocese has fully cooperated with the investigation. They wouldn't say whether the Superior Diocese has been cooperating. We reached out to them for comment but haven't heard back. For more information on how to make a report, you can find a link and a phone number on our website. This morning, Duluth police carried out an operation connected to recent shootings downtown. We're still waiting to find out what exactly they're looking for. Authorities responded to First Avenue and East 3rd Street around 8:30 this morning. That's the same location as a deadly shooting back in May. We reached out to Duluth police for more details, but they told us it's still an active investigation. 18-year-old Patrick Batiste was charged with murder in connection to the deadly shooting. Police say it happened when a fight broke out. Batiste will be back in court later this week. Several others were charged with other crimes connected to that shooting. Hermantown police are searching for someone who they say caused a car chase that ended in a crash. It happened around 3 this morning. Police tried stopping a driver who they think was intoxicated near the intersection of Haynes Road and Morris Thomas Road. The car didn't stop and sped southbound down Haynes Road right before it crashed into a retaining wall when trying to turn. The driver ran away and hasn't been found. 2 passengers were taken to the hospitals with non-life-threatening injuries. Police didn't give a description of the suspect. Fire crews are hoping tonight's rain will make a dent in fires burning in the Superior National Forest, but lightning and windy conditions expected to come with those storms are still a big concern. That's especially true for the Delta Lake fire, which is burning 62 acres and is about 92% contained tonight. Yesterday's red flag conditions fueled 3 other fires in the Boundary Waters. The Phantom Creek blaze grew to 3.5 acres. The Bear Creek fire is now 10 acres, and another 15 to 20 acre fire started up near Forktown Lake yesterday. Crews are also still watching 3 fires on the Canadian side of the Boundary Waters, trying to prevent them from jumping the border. With drought conditions sweeping parts of the Northland, precipitation has been a bit more normal in parts of northwest Wisconsin. That's bringing hope to apple farmers months from Bayfield's Apple Fest. CBS 3's Quinn Gorham checked in with a farm there to learn how this year's harvest is faring.
It's been a relatively smooth summer so far for Jim Hauser.
So far, we're looking real good.
His apple farm in Bayfield has been in the family for more than 100 years. Despite some challenges earlier in the season, he says the dry conditions haven't been much of a concern for this year's crop.
It was dry, and we've had some timely rains, which should do all right. At this time, I worry more about these pop-up storms where you chance to get hail, because hail can do more damage than being dry at this point.
Hauser says the impact, if any, would be felt more on next year's crop.
Sometimes it affects the crop the following year, because the fruit buds are made during the summer when there's a crop on the trees. So if the crop is a little bit too heavy and it's dry, they don't produce the fruit buds for the following year.
But for now, this year's good crop is good news for Bayfield's Apple Fest in early October. It's one of the city's biggest events, especially as it returns from being canceled last year.
We're hoping that what we're going to see this year is what we saw in 2019 or 2018. It's very possible we may have more visitors to Apple Fest this year than we've had in the past, because people are just looking to stay around and stay closer to home and come to some place that's safe.
According to Bayfield Mayor Gordon Ringberg, for some farmers and local business owners, money from the Apple Fest makes up a big portion of yearly revenue.
For a lot of the shop owners in town, they make as much money in Apple Fest as they do during the whole summer. So because it was canceled last year, a lot of them really had a tough year.
Meaning many in Bayfield are excited to have Apple Fest back.
Always excited. I mean, Apple Fest is a defining event for the city, something that everyone around here looks for, and I know people from a long way away look forward to come up to Bayfield for Apple Fest.
Bayfield's mayor expects normal crowds at this year's Apple Fest, which is usually around 50 to 60,000 visitors. Dredging on Park Point Beach starts next week. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers will be cleaning up material placed there in 2020. The project begins at the pier and extends just south of 12th Street. The contractor will install fencing for safety, and the public will not be allowed in those areas. The beach nourishment project will be complete by September 30th. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, a circus made its way to Duluth, but it's a lot smaller than you think. We'll have the tiny details next.
Here's a live look at downtown Duluth here in Canal Park, where the rain is still continuing. Not as heavy as earlier, but boy, we need every drop we can get. So if there's a silver lining to all the showers and storms and even tornadoes we saw this evening, it's the much needed rain for many parts of our area, but not quite everybody. We'll talk about how much more could come down and for how long, coming up after our break.
Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCopel, weekday mornings on CBS.
What's so extreme about the DQ Reese's Extreme Blizzard? How about all the Reese's you could dream of, with classic creamy Reese's peanut butter cups and crunchy Reese's Pieces? Plus, you guessed it, peanut butter topping and chocolatey topping. all blended in world-famous DQ soft serve. For a treat that takes your favorite combo to a whole new level. Wow, what a rush. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Prime Appliances' sizzling hot summer sale continues on all in-stock appliances through July 31st. Stay cool with a 5, 8, or 10,000 BTU Frigidaire window air conditioner starting at $199. Or dehumidify your room with this 30-pint higher dehumidifier, just $246. And keep your treats frozen with this Danby 7 cubic foot upright freezer for just $549. Financing always available. Have our pros deliver and install or take it home today. Prime Appliance, it's the best place to buy your appliances.
Think premium can't be capable? Think again. Introducing the first ever AT4 lineup. Premium and capable. That's professional grade from GMC. Step up to GMC and get $3,000 purchase cash on 2021 Sierra Light Duty Crew Cab models. Plus, current eligible GMC owners get an additional $250 purchase allowance. Visit your Lake Country GMC dealer.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Bolins.
And I'm Ann Nolette.
And we're Advanced Surgical Associates of Northern Minnesota. As the most experienced robotic team in the Northland, we wanted to provide an alternative to the traditional surgical practices that the hospitals offer.
Robotic-assisted surgery allows more complex surgeries through small incisions with lower chances of infection.
We provide individualized and personalized care so you can have a shorter hospital stay, experience less pain, and recover quicker.
You can learn more online at mnsurgery.com or by giving us a call today.
Hello from DBS Repair, your local experts in all things basement-y. Since 2012, we've helped thousands of cabin and homeowners in Minnesota and Wisconsin. We specialize in basement waterproofing, foundation and structural repair, concrete lifting and leveling, whole home energy, nasty crawl spaces, and basement finishing too. If you have a wet basement, moldy crawl space, or sunken concrete, our team of experts have the trusted solutions to help. Call DBS today for all things basement-y.
CBS News Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley on CBS.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
All sorts of activity popping up around the region here this evening. Again, it began near Bemidji, even included a couple of tornado warnings just to the west of Grand Rapids. And then thunderstorm warnings from Grand Rapids through the Hibbing area, now into Gogebic County in the Upper Peninsula. Here, somebody named Kristen Vaki sent in this picture of hail near Hibbing, and it's covering the ground pretty well. Oh, that's our Kristen Vaki. So she may be taking the night off, but she's also working, taking some weather shots here for us. Boy, for a lot of Iron Rangers, that's almost enough precip on the ground to fire up the sled, but snowmobiling in July, no, we'll have to let that melt. And that'll be much needed moisture because a lot of towns are getting what we need. Although north of Hibbing, towards the Vermilion region border country, the rain hasn't been that heavy, so folks there may miss out. Still, though, looking at a severe thunderstorm watch for northern Minnesota and central Minnesota, northwestern Wisconsin until midnight. Straight up severe thunderstorm warning still going on for eastern and southern Gogebic County until at least 10:30, maybe extended. Then you see a red swath going from south of Hayward up towards Ironwood and farther into the UP. That's a special weather statement saying that even though the storms in that neck of the woods aren't severe right now, they are strong enough to be strong, so folks still have to watch out. So we're not out of the woods quite yet. Current conditions, airport in Duluth, well, the storms have fed on the moisture and the heat and dropped our temp to 64, but also bumped our relative humidity up to 90%. So now by tomorrow morning, fog could be a possibility as you're commuting. Easterly winds running 7 miles per hour, and our air pressure is a bit low at 29.94 inches of mercury, of course, as a low-pressure system works through the area. Current temps, 61 to 68 in the UP, 63 to about 65 degrees in northwestern Wisconsin, and Minnesota numbers are in a similar vein. In the 60s right now, could dip into the 50s as the night goes on, but it won't be bitterly cold, that's for sure. So to the Doppler we go, and we eye up the southern part of Gogebic County, and there's a line of showers and storms starting to affect towns in that neck of the woods. So, of course, Watersmeet, watch out. It may be pretty much over for folks around Ironwood and Bessemer and places like that, but it's working down to the south and to the east. And now the line of storms in Wisconsin area is moving south of Hayward and soon should be out of our viewing area, but there is signs of redevelopment along the Mesabi Range and the Laurentian Divide here, so keep in mind we do have another storm chance at least until midnight. Then it probably will start to fade away. But again, much needed rain coming across. On top of what we've already received, which reports are pretty spotty, but do include about a ½ inch for two harbors, these amounts could fall on top. It doesn't look like that much for northern Minnesota, but getting into central Minnesota, another 4/10 possible for Moose Lake, another 1/10 towards Solent Springs, and maybe even a ½ inch for Watersmeet as that line of storms starts to face your neck of the woods. Tomorrow facing our region will be high pressure that dries us up for Tuesday, but perhaps only for Tuesday. By Wednesday, new low pressure system brings back the storm chance. We could do this again on Wednesday night. We'll keep our fingers crossed that it doesn't get severe and just brings us a much needed rain. So best case scenario, we'll always strive towards that. Let's strive towards the Minnesota forecast here tonight, where the range of low temps will run 55 in Hibbing to 64 degrees on Park Point. Still a 70% storm chance, though, till midnight at least. And, oh, see, we're getting a clap of thunder here over the studio right now. Wisconsin and Michigan, low temps near 60, 70% storm chance at least until midnight. But by tomorrow, it's mostly sunny and 78 to 85 degrees for Wisconsin and Michigan. Minnesota will be mostly sunny with 70s by the lake and 80 to 85 or so farther inland, which is a sign that temperatures in the 80s will be with us through Saturday. There's that 50% chance for more precip on Wednesday. And by Sunday, we drop into the mid-70s for at least a pair of days. It could be a small sign, Kendall, that this long July warm spell will be broken as we start August and temperatures will go back towards normal.
There are some really pleasant temperatures on that 7-day. And I feel like we do need to give a special shout out to Kristen, even on her day off, sending us some pictures for our weather tonight. So thank you.
Got that Iron Range work ethic.
That's right.
Always working.
That's right. Okay, Dave, thanks. The Circus came to Duluth today, this time offering a sort of miniature magic. CBS 3's Caitlin Quisenberry shows us the craftsmanship behind this unique hobby.
Welcome to the Circus, the Duluth Miniature Circus. Featuring more than 40 crafters, their handmade tabletop displays show off tiny acrobats, clowns, and more. For some creators of this miniature wonderland, like Stephen Flint from Janesville, Wisconsin, it all began from a young age.
For a kid of about 11 years old, it was just the greatest thing. I'd grown tired of building car models and rockets because everybody else in the neighborhood had those. But circus models, Circus is interesting.
The Lake Superior Railroad Museum is hosting the nationwide group of specialty circus model builders for their annual convention this week.
We got a lot more registrations than I thought. I think people are really anxious to just get out and do something, so that's great. And it's great that we're able to show off what, one of our hobbies and kind of keep the circus alive.
Everything inside these circus models is made to a T, including the ice box, which includes every food item necessary to keep a circus up and running.
Sketch out how big the wagon is, get the general dimensions, and then I'll go out in the garage and pick out the lumber and start cutting it, and then glue it together. Each wagon takes about at least 60 hours to build.
Model builders say their creations allow everyone to experience the magic of the circus. Flint says he couldn't imagine spending his days doing anything else.
It's a way to show off what I can do with wood and paint, but it also gets people inspired. Keeps them aware there is a circus on the road and it is all live entertainment.
A unique kind of entertainment, helping both designers and the community reconnect with their imagination.
How cool is that? The displays continue today through Wednesday from 10 to 6. They have other events lasting through Friday. You can check out the displays with paid admission to the Lake Superior Railroad Museum. For more information on the event, you can check out our website at cbs3duluth.com. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, bears in Hermantown gave a new meaning to rough housing today. What to do if a bear is in your backyard, coming up next.
This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS 3.
I'm Dr. Jody Smith. I'm a family practice doctor at St. Luke's. Working full-time and a family and other pressures on your life, it can be hard to find that time to spend on yourself. You don't have to make dramatic changes in your life overnight. Pick a couple things. You can work on making some of the other changes along the way. Everybody has their own experiences, their own perspectives, their own challenges in life. I love hearing about it. You develop that human connection.
Mopping the dirt from your floor is a messy chore. Well, now you can spin away those germs with Floor Police, the lightweight and cordless power spin mop that scrubs away messes the fast and easy way. Just add any disinfectant, and at a speedy 100 RPMs, the microfiber pads do all the scrubbing so you don't have to. The secret is the powerful electric motor and rechargeable lithium battery that has 90 minutes of runtime. The swivel head can easily clean in and around obstacles and get deep under furniture. Plus, the pads are machine washable and reusable. Get Floor Police with 2 microfiber pads for just 2 easy payments of $29.99. But wait, call now and get 2 free scouring and 2 free polishing pads. But hold everything, because you can double the entire offer. Just pay separate fee, and we'll even ship it to you free. That's 2 Floor Police mops with pads, plus free shipping on your entire order. Call or click now.
Call 1-800-592-0163 or visit floorpolice.com. So call 1-800-592-0163 now.
Go on, get off the ladder and place it back where you found it. The days of dangerous climbs are over. Gutter Helmet provides year-round protection, preventing buildup of debris, keeping your gutters clear and free-flowing. With its heavy-duty support brackets and exclusive helmet heat ice reduction system, Gutter Helmet's been designed to withstand the harshest weather conditions. Get Gutter Helmet, America's #1 choice for gutter protection. And never clean your gutters again.
Every road has its challenges. We say, bring them on. At Honda, we engineer each vehicle to outthink obstacles, to overcome difficult conditions. We engineer them for drivers who are determined to power through, just like you are. Rise to the challenge with the rugged performance of the Honda Passport, Pilot, and CR-V.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
Pre-order your 2022 Crestliner boat at RJ Sports.
Coming up Tuesday on CBS3 this morning, we're examining the unique drought conditions we've been in and hearing from a local climatologist.
And we'll take a look at some storm reports as well as some nice weather on the way.
So wake up with us starting at 5 a.m.
CBS3 Sports is brought to you by St. Luke's.
Some bears were caught monkeying around in Hermantown. Check this out. Hermantown's police chief recorded this video of a mother bear and 3 cubs playing on a neighborhood trampoline. You can see they also destroyed the trampoline safety net in the process. Hermantown police say the dry conditions are forcing bears to come into town looking for food since many berries are behind this year. If you do come across a bear, police say you should keep your distance. And if you make loud noises like clapping or yelling, they'll typically leave you alone. I think they're just having fun.
How many are there? There was 2, and then there was like another
piled
one
up right there. They're having a good time. I mean, there's only so much to do in the woods, right?
That's unreal. Yeah. They're probably
They probably see the trampoline all the time and are like, I gotta jump.
I don't blame them. I love trampolines.
It's great.
Yes.
Speaking of trampolines. And sports.
Gymnastics, sports, segue.
There we go.
Yeah. Learn more about the Olympic sports that debuted this weekend, plus a few new faces added to the UMD Women's Hockey Leadership Group. Sports is next.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
There are a lot of choices when it comes to automotive care, but how can you find someone you trust? At East End Auto, our customers have trusted us for the past 20 years to provide them with the best auto care. As your area's full-service repair shop, with the most modern equipment available to us, and backed by a 2-year, 24,000-mile nationwide warranty, honesty is what our customer relationships are built upon.
Locally family-owned and operated. Stop out to see why East End Auto is the community's trusted auto repair home.
Play It Again Sports carries the largest selection of both new and quality used ice hockey equipment, skates, sticks, and goalie gear you need to play the game. With lacrosse being the fastest growing sport in the Northland, trust their knowledgeable staff to outfit you with the right equipment at the right price. Play It Again Sports, Duluth and Superior.
Summer is here. Enjoy it in style with hot fashions for the whole family. Find big bargains on sandals, rubber boots, and trail shoes from Keen, Teva, Merrell, Chaco, Columbia, and the North Face. Get your family's summer fit with the entire line of Columbia and the North Face clothing. New colors, styles on capris, tees, shorts, rain, wind, and fleece jackets, and UPF sun-rated clothing. Get smart wool and darn tough socks for the whole family. Northwest Outlet Superior. We'll make sure you look good.
School's starting. Is your internet fast enough? Gear up during Extreme's end of the summer sale. Get fast internet as low as $19.99 a month for 1 year. Extreme's fiber-powered internet gets an A+ for performance with speeds from 60 meg up to 1 gig. Powerful in-home Wi-Fi and 99.9% network reliability. Hurry and get Extreme internet for as low as $19.99 a month for a year. Dial 844-EXTREME2. It's the smart call.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find your next adventure in a new Chevy.
Make no monthly payments for the rest of the summer on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, get 2.49% financing for 72 months and get $2,000 cash allowance.
Let A1 Movers help bridge the gap from your old house to your new home. We have the tools for all of your relocating needs. Big or small, we move them all. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, we help get you where you need to go as safely and efficiently as possible. A1 Movers specializes in making hard work easier, saving you time and your back. To schedule your move, call or visit a1movers.org today.
Duluth Detail is Duluth's premier mobile detailing service, detailing cars, motorcycles, boats, and RVs in the Duluth Superior area and a 25-mile radius. Give them a call or check out their website today.
A familiar face and 2 new ones are in the roundup of captains for this year's UMD women's hockey squad. The Bulldogs announced forwards Anna Klein and Kylie Hanley to serve as the captains for 2021-22 season. Defenseman Kylie Hanley will serve as an alternate. Last season, Klein wore the A on her sweater in addition to leading the team in scoring 11 goals and 11 assists, the 4th most points in the WCHA, 11th in the NCAA. And despite a little rain in the for the Huskies, they powered through and took on the Mankato Moondogs tonight at Wade Stadium. Top of the first, Matthew Higgins starts with the scoring with a high chopper to shortstop. Justin Boyd scores to put the Moondogs ahead 1-0. To the top of the second, Moondogs tagged on another run, but catcher Brian Brocker guns down Will Halfman to end the inning, and Moondogs up 2-0. The Huskies did get one back in the bottom of the 4th as Callan Halverson lifts one into right field. Brian McDonald tags up and scores, bringing in two to make it a 1-run game. This one was halted for rain for obvious reasons. At last check, Mankato led 3-2. And Twins starting their 3-game series with the Detroit Tigers tonight before everyone gets traded by the end of the week. At last check, Minnesota led 5-3. Tokyo debuted two of several brand new Olympic sports over the weekend. The first ever surfing competition got underway at a beach about 25 miles outside of the city. And the very first Olympic medals were handed out for skateboarding. Jamie Yukas is in Tokyo and spoke with one Olympian from Team USA about how these sports are changing the games.
In Southern California, skate parks are as common as Starbucks, seemingly one on every block. But this one is different because now it's training ground for an Olympian.
You're going to the Olympics?
Yes.
As a skateboarder?
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It's crazy. Skateboarding, once a counterculture pastime born out of rebellion, is now taking center stage at the world's biggest sporting event, with competitors like Jordan Barrett joining the Olympic legacy.
Do you feel like an elite athlete?
No, I don't. I mean, like, I look at other elite athletes, and I'm not going to say that I'm not driven, but it's a different program than what skateboarding is. Skateboarding is just unique in its own self. Like, a lot of people wouldn't call it a sport. I don't even know what people call it. Like, it's a lifestyle. It's a
way to express yourself. So to showcase that to the world is super exciting.
Barrett thinks her biggest competition will come from the Japanese team. But she's also wondering how Olympic commentators and viewers will adapt to the new sport.
Here's another thing that people are going to have to get used to is the names of tricks. It's like saying them, it just like sounds ridiculous. An eggplant is a variation of a hand plant. A stale fish is a type of grab. Lip slides, disaster.
So we're going to hear judges go, she just did the stale fish.
Yeah.
I think there'll be a lot of people Googling.
Yeah, I know. I hope there's like some sort of skate dictionary or something.
But the IOC isn't just betting on skateboarding. This year in Tokyo, it's also adding climbing, karate, and surfing. Kalohe Andino is representing the United States in the inaugural Olympic surf competition.
I've always been a big kind of Olympic nerd. I always watch it, record it. Once I heard that surfing was going to be in the Olympics, I was just excited.
No matter what happens in Tokyo, fans of extreme sports see the Olympics as yet another example of once obscure hobbies becoming professional sports. Add in sponsorships and TV viewers, and that means more young people can become professional athletes in the future.
Almost can't keep up with all the sports, man. That's going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
The Olympic Games are on, and Toyota has great deals on Camry, Highlander, RAV4, and more.
Little child, we're in a
Hi, I'm Steve Little with Bath Linen. We are starting summer out with a great special on all our bathroom products. Right now, you can get 20% off your entire project and 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2023. Get your project off your to-do list now and not pay for it until later. Go to bathplanet.com or call us today to take advantage of this amazing offer. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
As fourth-generation bankers, we have learned what it means to be a part of our community. Our family has taught us the importance of supporting and investing in the community that has given us so much. This is why we created Grant Pierce Plaza and our new business, Coffee on Main. It is our way of saying thanks to those who have supported us through the years. We are excited to carry on our tradition of serving the community both today and into our bright future. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Bolins.
And I'm Ann Nolette.
And we're Advanced Surgical Associates of Northern Minnesota.
Our team has many years of general surgery experience and is the most experienced robotic team in the Northland. We are committed to providing the latest and best surgical techniques to you and your family.
With robotic-assisted surgery, you're likely to have a shorter hospital stay, experience less pain, and recover quicker. We offer our surgical care at multiple hospitals and surgical centers, and most insurance plans are accepted.
Learn more at mnsurgery.com or give us a call today.
It's always a good day for a car wash at Miller Mall Car Wash. But just to be safe, watch Caitlin's Car Wash Forecast weekday mornings on CBS3 This Morning with meteorologist Caitlin Moffett. Sponsored by Miller Mall Car Wash. Only on live, local CBS3.
The Olympic Games are on, and Toyota has great deals on Camry, Highlander, RAV4, and more.
This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS3.
Before we go, let's take one final look at the weather. Dave, how's the rest of the night looking?
Well, not as bumpy as it was earlier, but there's still a little action possible till about midnight tonight for a good portion of our region. Taking a look at the alert map, we see that a severe thunderstorm watch was starting to fade away. We've got to keep an eye on this. It might be dropped. Otherwise, it could stay in effect until midnight for Wisconsin and northern Minnesota. What's going on right now, though, there is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 11:15 p.m. for southern Gogebic County. Let's take a look at the latest line of storms here, and you can see them entering southern Gogebic County indeed, but starting to exit northern Wisconsin. And even though we're getting a decent moderate rain here in Duluth right now, it's not strong enough to trigger any warnings. And so that line you see near Highway 169 around the Hibbing-Chisholm area, Buell as well, towards Nashwauk-Keewatin, That might bloom up into something of note until midnight. We'll keep an eye on that, of course. But now let's take a quick look at what sort of rain totals we've had come in so far. And about an inch here in Duluth, a quarter of inch for Hibbing, a half inch to Harbors and near Ashland and Hayward as well. A little more than a half inch in Solon Springs. So much needed rain coming across here. Taking a look at the short-term forecast, we're still going to call for a 70% shower and storm chance, at least until midnight for most of our area. Low temps will be around 60 for many towns. Then Tuesday, a break in the action, mostly sunny, dry, and 80 until another chance of storms comes around on Wednesday.
All right. Thanks, Dave. That is your news at 10. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful night.